If you are an usual spectator of my content, I guess that you already realized that through the last few months, basically after completing the last Drive Syndicates where I got the Devil 16, my tokens count has done nothing but to increase, and since I have been getting a ton of comments about this, I think it's a great idea to explain why am I getting so many tokens and when am I planning to stop doing so. So with nothing less to add, let's get into it. You know what, guys? After maxing out the Devil 16, I definitely wasn't in the mood to spend that much on anything else, to be honest, but then one idea came to my mind, because if I get an absolute ton of tokens, I could try to resist an entire year playing Asphalt 9, spending absolutely zero money, maybe just, getting the Legends Pass or maybe a time limited events pass from time to time, instead of wasting as much as I have been spending on special offers, bundles, and that stuff recently, and I still should be able to max some interesting cards that could arrive during that year of close to not spending at all, just using tokens. Now that Asphalt Legends Unite has been announced, I do really think that starting my journey of not spending basically anything on the game could start by the time Asphalt Legends Unite arrives and gets globally released. By that time I should have between 550,000 and 600,000 tokens, since I'm not planning to go in another tokens spending spree, since I think that such an amount of tokens will do the job fairly well. At the end of the day, I have basically all the cards of this game except 3, which are the Bugatti Bolide, the Koenigsegg CC850 and the Faraday Future, and don't ask me why, but I do really think that both the Bugatti Bolide and the Koenigsegg CC850 will appear after Asphalt Legends Unite releases. First, because the Bolide appears on the trailer and that stuff, and even though it could be just because the Bugatti Bolide looks so damn nice, let's get real. It's been a really long time since the Bugatti Bolide appeared in game, so it would make sense for it to appear after such a huge event as it could be the release of Asphalt Legends Unite. And second, and now talking a bit more about the Koenigsegg, if it should appear, it's basically because the CC850 is the only card that could be compared to the Bolide in terms of stats and that stuff, if we talk about something like, maybe a potential burst of speed or something like that, where both cards need to be somewhat similar. I will place my bet that there could be a special event where the Bugatti Bolide would appear between September and November 2024, which is when the Asphalt Legends Unite release should have been consolidated, and thus there should be plenty of players interested on getting both cards. But take that as a grain of salt, because it's pure speculation. Gameloft could gatekeep both cards for way longer, even though there is one thing for sure. Eventually both cards should appear in game. Whether they will appear through tokens or bundles available by real money and that stuff, at the end of the day only time will tell. Now back to the tokens, it depends for how long will they last, because on average a normal season takes between 60 to 100,000 tokens depending on what kind of events do we get and if such events are from D, C, B, A or S class. I could go only for the good cards, but that would mean that those cards I skip could be required for upcoming special events later, so I definitely think that going for all the cards should be the best approach in order to not to spend on multi-packs in the future, since that would mean spending a ton more than necessary in order to get the desired blueprints of an specific cards out of 3, for example. Because I still remember when I had to spend 70,000 tokens on a special event multi-packs just to max out the Torino, which was the only car I didn't have, which is funny because the Torino is one of the cars I hate the most of this entire game, but still I ended up maxing it, which is a quite funny outcome, not gonna lie. But yeah, as I said, I'm basically gathering such a massive amount of tokens because I'm planning to do the biggest challenge I have ever brought to this channel, that will basically last an entire year, and I don't want to seriously mess up my account as a result of that, by missing cards and that stuff. It's not the best use of money, but at this point I could just stop spending at all, and with the tokens I have right now, I will have over 500,000 tokens by the time Asphalt Legends Unite arrive. So, I have to get my account stocked for one of the biggest events, if not the biggest one of all the Asphalt 9 Legends history. Now that I have finally explained why did I have so many tokens, let me know your thoughts about my plan in the comment section. For how long do you think they will last? Let me know in the comment section, make sure to drop your like and subscribe in order to not to miss absolutely anything about Asphalt 9 or Asphalt Legends Unite. I will see you really soon as usual with much more content. Goodbye guys.